I'm Jeonghyeonjoo, a Hagen player, composer, improviser, researcher based in Seoul and Los Angeles. So I am originally a classically trained Hagen performer. I have been playing the Hagen, which is Korean traditional two-string fiddle, since when I was 10, and it's been almost 20 years since I played the Hagen for the first time. Um, I started improvising when I was in undergrad, and that really led me to a whole world of improvisation and composition so far.
안녕하세요. 저는 대금 연주자 송지윤입니다. 저는 대금이라는 악기를 연주를 하고 있는데요. 한국에서 한국 전통음악, 대금을 오랫동안 배우다가 제가 한 2013년도부터 프랑스 파리로 건너가서 그래서 즉흥 음악과 또 실험 음악, 뭐 컴포저 이런 다양한 작업들을 하게 됐습니다. 다시 한국으로 돌아온 건 3년 정도 됐는데요. 한국에 돌아와서 한국에 있는 또 많은 다양한 장르의 아티스트 분들과 제가 할 수 있는 음악, 대금을 가지고 또 즉흥 음악을 기반으로 창작을 하고 이런 작업들을 계속해서 하고 있는 중입니다. 요새 지금에 와서는 이제 더 이상 제가 전통악기로 무엇을 하는 것에 대해서 좀 부정적인 시각이 많이 사라졌다고 보고 있어요. 예전보다. 그래서 제가 느끼는 저의 동료들, 전통음악 쪽 동료들은 어쨌든 저를 신기하게 보지 않나 그런 생각을 하고 있고 그래서 진짜 신기하다. 어떻게 저런 것도 할 수 있지? 진짜 신기하네. 이러면서 그런 눈길로 응원을 보내는 것 같은 그런 느낌이고요. 내가 할 수 있는 것이 있을 것이다에 초점을 맞춰서 결국에는 일을 다 해봤지만 그 중에 나만이 할 수 있는 건 뭐가 있을까라는 곳에 이제 내가 하고 싶고 어떻게 보면은 나니까 할 수 있는 것들 그런 것들이 무엇이 있나를 찾아가는 과정인 것 같아요. 네.
Yeah, I mean, what just Jiyun said really also like made me to think about this question a little deeper. And a lot of people think, oh, like you guys are like harming the instrument or like dishonoring or things like that. But I think actually the reason why we can do those kind of techniques or gestures is actually because we have a very thick kind of fundamental, traditional training or background in classical music. And what I think is that we are actually expanding and extending the boundaries of the instrument or the music or the tradition, whatever. And we're not. I always don't say that I'm like abandoning anything. A lot of people when they're first into improvisation, things like that. Oh, like I have to kind of like give away so many techniques that I already built, or oh, I have to, like 버리다, in Korean, like I have to just like abandon a lot of the habits or 습관, or those like 식임새 that I already have. But actually, you don't have to abandon that. You can keep that, and it's like all processes and experiments of like expanding your practice, not really like cutting or narrowing it down. So I think I don't fundamentally think like I am, dishonoring or like I'm harming anything. The instruments is strong and it's, it doesn't get harmed. It's totally okay, you know. So yeah, just wanted to mention that. Yeah, maybe it's not a big deal, and maybe some people would think like in a very generic kind of context, oh, that sounds really different from what they know about the traditional music. But for me it's like, why not? It's all it sounds great. It's really interesting, and it sounds really cool, and like I don't see any reason why we don't have to do that, why we have to stop from expanding in those kind of practices. So it's, for me, it's like it's not even a difficult question for me to those kind of those kind of you know questions. Yeah.
저도 살짝 덧붙이자면 이런 과정들이 결코 짧지도 않고 쉽지도 않았거든요. 정말 오랫동안 이 과정에 대해서 고민하고 이것을 그동안 내가 가지고 있던 전통음악적 습관과 이런 것들을 이제 모두를 변화하는데 저는 한 8년 정도는 적어도 걸린 것 같아서 네. 그래서 이제 지금은 좀 더 자유로워졌다고 생각하는데, 지금에 와서는 저런 단어를 쓸 수 있는 것 같아요. 저도 이제 포기하지 할 필요도 없고, 그냥 내가 정말, 얼만큼 내가 뭐 음악적으로 표현하기 위해서 자유롭게 사용하고, 근데 그 과정 안에서는 막아보기도 하고, 꺼내 쓰기도 하고, 정말 오랫동안 이런 과정들을 좀, 했던 것 같아요. 저는 모든 작업을 할 때 항상 저와 함께 하시는 분들에게도 물어보고 저 자신에게도 물어보는 게 뭘 하고 싶냐이거든요. 그래서 이번 작업도 뭘 하고 싶냐에서 출발을 한 건데 셋이서 이제 얘기를 하다 보니까 다들 솔직한 작업을 하고 싶어 하는 것 같더라고요. 그래서 무대 위에서 아티스트가 어떻게 보인다? 무대 위에서의 아티스트의 모습보다는 레이첼, 주정현, 지윤, 이 어떤 새 연주자의 본연의 모습이 더 드러나는 음악이 되지 않을까. 좀 그렇게 생각을 해보고 있고요.
As you can kind of assume or guess from the title, we have been talking about, it's gonna be a good word for this, not music, not sound, but I'll just say sound for now. We've been talking a lot about what does it mean by beautiful sound, and what is unbeautiful sound, and what are surrounding those concepts. And because a lot of people has been expecting, or we have been hearing a lot of assumptions that people would expect beautiful sounds when you're playing an acoustic instrument, things like that. But we have been kind of not revealing, but we have been digging into the question: what does the term, the beautiful sound or beautiful music, mean? And then sometimes probably it's going to be related to the visual element of the music, or visual element of the performance, but also the sound itself. Like, is a beautiful sound the concept that society or community kind of or the history kind of put to the music, or is there any absolute kind of a concept of a beautiful sound or beautiful music, and what does it mean, things like that. So it's the concert itself is really more about asking questions rather than delivering the message itself. I think we're going to be asking a lot of questions, and specifically in my piece, I think I'm going to be focusing on a very, very small element in music, and hope you can kind of interpret or recognize in your way while you're listening to the composition that we're going to be playing. And I mean, same with the Jiyun's piece probably as well. Jiyun's piece is something about energy that I believe so far, and it's all about like disseminating and accumulating and collecting the energy in a musical way, or in a musical context. And what does energy mean? And is that energy related to, if we have a quote unquote good energy, does it mean we're producing a beautiful sound, and things like that, and kind of uncovering, like peeling onions. So unbeautified is not just like, oh, like you're trying to be ugly. It's not like that. You're just trying to peel the layers of those concepts and terms that is surrounding the word beautiful music, or beautiful sound. Hope it's understandable, and hope it's making the people to come to the concert.